Hello and welcome back to Georgia Sight's online tatting class. Now, this is the next video in the series for this tat along of the Awareness Star of Hope by Kathy Hodge. Now, what we have accomplished is we've done all of this. We've come up through here, did this ring, did all of this, and we're sitting here at chain J. Okay, now we have this last ring that we have to put in. Now this last ring is going to join here and here. Okay, so let's get that one in and I'll show you how to do that secondary part of the join. Now we're going to do the ring and then we're going to come down into the next chain. Get some more thread on that. So we want 1, 2 double stitches. Now we're going to join to this picot right here. This little picot that you can barely see, that's where we're going to join. Okay, pull that up and join. Pull our picot in, line everything up, tighten everything up. Once it's in, everything's lined up, fold this part out of your way. Okay, now we're going to put in our first double stitch, then we're going to put in our decorative picot, okay, and a double stitch, pull the picot gauge out, slide it over. We're ready to do our join on this side. Now you can't go down in here and get this thread without causing a twisted picot. So the best way to do this join is a folded join. What you're going to do is fold this over. Okay? You're going to line this last ring here up beside this thread. Okay? Come up from the bottom side of that picot. And it's a very small picot, so you're going to have to dig it out so you can see where it's at. You come up, twist over that thread and grab it and pull it through that picot. Run your shuttle up through it and you're going to close it down. Okay? And you can open the piece up to see that that picot is not twisted. Alright, now fold that out of your way. Put in your last 2 double stitches. Okay, now what do? We drop our shuttle, get the twist out. Right? Then we close our ring. Alright, now here we go. At this point you should have 7 rings in the center and not including this first chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains. This one that's joined right here is not included in that count. Now if you were going to count it, you would have 6 chains. Alright? So, the very next set of instructions is chain F. Okay? You're going to in ring 7 to 10 in diagram and chain G to J in diagram. So, what you're going to do is you're going to join a chain right here. Okay, you've got ring 7. Okay, and we're going to come off with ring 7 into the same chain. If you look at your diagram, it's coming off the same chain. But this one here, this picot here, is a joining picot. So we want a decorative, a joining, and a decorative. Okay, it will be identical to this one on this side. So let's do that. And we're going to go into our second part of that chain after we get this one in. It will look like a continual chain when we're done, but it's really not. It's 2 separate chains. Alright, so we're going to put in, get our picots out of the way, put in our first half of that double stitch. Try to prevent gabosis, and this is where gabosis can be prominent. Okay, is that first double stitch at the end of this long ring, and these rings are so small they just pop out, so be mindful of it. Okay, we're going to put in our first decorative picot, 2 double stitches. Our second picot is going to be a joining picot, so we don't want it real big. Put in a very small picot there, 2 double stitches. Our last decorative picot on this chain, 2 double stitches. Okay, and pull that chain up tight. Now, where you want that chain to join, right here. And you're going to join using a lock join. Now, trust me when I say this. When you do this, because it's at the base of the beginning ring and the beginning chain on this segment, you are going to cause a gap. It is going to tug and pull. So there are other methods that you can use as an avid tatter to keep that from happening. I would like to stick with the pattern, but I will give you a little hint of what I do. I will pull that thread up through the center of that ring and lock join. That way it keeps it from gapping out. Okay, so, but for pattern's sake, we're going to stick to the pattern. And she says to lock join at the base of this ring in the beginning of that chain. And a lock join is a join using our shuttle thread. Okay, so we pull our loop up. Now before we lock this down, we want to make sure that chain is snug where it belongs, and then we do a lock join. Get everything out of our way. Okay, and lock it down. Alright, and you see where it gaps. It will pull a gap, but that's alright. It's not noticeable unless it's to other tatters. Okay, now once we do that, then we're going to drop down into the next chain, which is 3 double stitches, or wait a minute, excuse me. We're right here, chain K. We just did that. We lock joined to the base of ring 5. Let me get this up here so you can see it. Okay, right here. We just did all of this right here. Now we're moving on. It says switch shuttles. Okay, so once we reverse our work, okay, we're going to switch shuttles, which means the shuttle we've been using, we're going to wrap our hand with. Okay, and then we're going to come in and start our next chain, which is chain L, which is 2 join 2 join 2 picot 2 to chain D, and that's these little picots along chain D that we did earlier. Okay, so we're going to double stitch, and then we're going to join on this first joining picot, which is right here. See it right there? Grab that, pull it up, and join. Tighten our picot in. Make sure everything sets right, and then put in our 2 double stitches, and we're going to join into the second joining picot right here. Okay, and we're going to do 2 double stitches. That's 1, 2, our decorative picot. Okay, 1, and 2. I really hate when the moonlight picks grab that thread. It yanks that shuttle right out of your hand. Now, if you look at this, you can see where we're at. We're reverse of this. Okay? On this side, we have just completed this chain over here. So we're going to pick up with these right here coming down. Alright? So we've already done all of this, did all of this. We've dropped that chain down. We're ready to do ring 12. Okay, so in the next video, that's where we're going to pick up at, ring 12. So until next time, happy tatting. Thank you for watching.